Archbishop Gregory faces a full agenda after he's installed in Washington. Christopher White, the national correspondent for the Tablet and Crux, is here now to look at some of the biggest topics. Christopher, thank you so much for being here. Is the Pope trying to send a message here by appointing the first African American to lead the church in the nation's capital?
Yeah, I think there are two reasons for this, Liz. One, I think the Pope is aware that in the U.S. we have seen this sort of rise in white nationalism, and this, I think, is his way of, a subtle way of pushing back against that. But also, the fact is, the capital has a very vibrant African-American community, and I think the Pope wants to honor that and lift it up a bit with this appointment.
Now, Archbishop Gregory says he intends to be a pastor and not a politician, but we still have the question, where does he stand politically?
Yeah, in his press conference this morning, he said, look, I haven't been elected to Congress today. I'm going to be a pastor. I'm not a politician. But he's widely perceived as a political, theological moderate. It's a matter of emphasis for him. So he's strongly pro-life, but for him, he also wants to emphasize it's not just about abortion, but also against euthanasia. So it's a matter of emphasis on many of these issues.
Now, Archbishop Gregory led the U.S. Bishops' Conference when the clerics tackled the sex abuse crisis in 2002. So what is his record on this front?
That's right, Liz. In 2002, he was the president, and really he was the architect of the Dallas Charter, which is the church's sort of mechanism for the protection of minors, which sets uniform protocols so that any time abuse happens, it has to be reported and establishes clear guidelines for going forward. And it was really Archbishop Gregory that went to Rome at that time and pioneered this zero tolerance policy. So he's got a very strong record as being a champion on this issue. And I think this is, again, the Pope trying to say, look, I recognize the pain of the abuse crisis in the U.S., and I'm sending one of my best here to help.
All right, Christopher, thank you very much for that report.